Hey there YouTube, Wrestlin' Optimus here, back with another unboxing video. This is actually part 3 of my unboxing extravaganza. So far I've opened up some AEW figures and some WWE figures with unique backstories. Well, in today's final installment, I'm going to be checking out some more WWE figures, but all of these are new to my collection. In fact, many are getting their first action figure ever. So without any further ado, let's get to unboxing. Okay, I figured we'd start down in NXT with a basic figure. It's his first time in the line. That's right, it's Reggie! Except he's not Reggie anymore, he's Scripps, an admittedly athletic wrestler who has the worst costume I have seen in quite a long time. That includes a mask, which unfortunately, or fortunately in this case, we don't get with the figure. And that's because this is from when he was Reggie/Reginald, the wine connoisseur and love interest of multiple female superstars. I did get this online, so shout out to ringsidecollectibles.com, but I don't remember if I got the Chase variant or not. This is just the one I liked better because I like his orange pants. So here he is, again, first time in the line. This is Series 135. We'll turn it around. It looks like also in this series, we have Brock Lesnar, Damian Priest, Braun Breaker is a first time in the line, and Nikki A.S.H. It notes that he's a high flyer, and his signature moves are the big top pop and the spinning crossbody. I believe right now Scripps does a front flip off the top rope and kind of lands crotch first on people's face. Let's turn this back around and time to let him breathe. First things first, the figure is a little bit unsteady, so not exactly passing that stand test, but that's okay. Always gotta feel good for a wrestler when they get their first ever figure. And per usual, it is a basic. Very rare that you're going to have a wrestler's first figure be an elite. He is dressed in clothes instead of ring gear because, well, that's what he dressed like as a wine connoisseur. The clothes are simple, but I kind of like them. We got this nice collared shirt up top and some orange pants down here. He's rocking some basic white sneakers. Pulling him nice and close to the camera there. That's actually a really great head sculpt. I love the hair. We even have that kind of stubble on the hairline there. The eyes, the nose, yeah, this is great for a basic. You know, if this was an elite, I would dock it for not having, extra hands or accessories, but it's a basic, so I don't expect that stuff. Not much else to talk about, but with the great outfit and the incredible head sculpt, I'm gonna give this figure a 10 out of 10 on a basic scale. Congratulations, Reggie. Too bad you're now Scripps. Next up, we're keeping it in NXT, but we are going with a ringside exclusive. This is Cameron Grimes. So much money, it ain't even funny. That's right, Cameron Grimes made such a big impact down in NXT that for his first time in the line figure, he got this incredible ringside exclusive with custom box. We'll spin it around here. We got a bunch of pictures of Cameron Grimes flashing that money to the moon. Why not? Let's read out his story here for those of you not familiar. The technical savage may come across as a hootin' hollerin' bumpkin whose mouth writes checks that his fist can't cash, no matter how much country power flows through his veins. That was until he put all his money into his favorite hobby, video games. Thanks to very little know-how and a whole lot of luck, Cameron Grimes found himself richer than his wildest dreams, rich enough to follow in the footsteps of his mentor, the $1 Million Man, and take aim for the $1 Million Championship. Now there's nothing stopping Cameron Grimes' career from taking off to the moon. But yeah, basically while he was injured during the pandemic, he invested what little money he had into GameStop when that whole fiasco happened. He made a bunch of money, and now he is rich man Cameron Grimes. Let's reach in here and open this up so you can see what it looks like. Wow, that is so cool. Flashing those stacks of cash. We got multiple sets of hands. We got a custom backdrop. And of course, the $1 Million Championship. And it wouldn't be a Cameron Grimes figure without that hat. I can't wait to see that. With these ringside exclusives, I always feel so bad opening up the box. I may try and keep it together, but yeah, we are going to, in fact, let it breathe. Just wow. I loved the backdrop that my Walter figure came with, but this is definitely my new favorite. Before we jump into that real quick though, it does come with 2 extra sets of hands. First, mic holding hands. And you can't go to the moon without pointer fingers. We also get this amazing $1 million championship belt. Take a look at that. I know Stone Cold said that it was a piece of crap, but I always loved it. We got the jewels there, dollar signs absolutely everywhere. Loving this belt. Great accessory to go with the figure. Now let's take a look at Cameron himself. We'll start with these awesome wads of cash. These are hard plastic, so that's pretty cool. You can just kind of set them in somebody's hands. And here he is. Check that out. We'll take his hat off for a second. There's some real nice detail work here on the hat, including that gold chain. Got all those buckles and straps. Very, very nice. And then here's an extreme close-up of Cameron Grimes. Got that chest hair, the awesome face. That looks just like him. I'm loving that. We got his trunks here. Just that kind of basic design, but look at all the chest hair. That's hysterical. Basic black boots. The vest is great. The long hair is wonderful. We've been on a stretch of really great hair lately. Yep, spin it around. That is awesome. I really, really like this figure. We're gonna set his hat back on here. And we're gonna place him with his backdrop there. While I give this, screw it, another 10 out of 10. Even on a ringside exclusive elite scale, this figure is just amazing. It has great accessories, an awesome backdrop, even great packaging, something I normally don't even judge. I'm so happy for Cameron Grimes because this is his first ever figure, and this is what they made. It's gonna be a fantastic addition to my NXT drawer, at least until his inevitable call-up. Alright, enough gushing over this, let's get to the next figure. For any longtime fans of the channel, or just people who know me, you know that my favorite WWE brand is NXT UK, rest in peace. Over the course of its run, I got 3 figures, Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne, and Walter. I guess technically you can count Noam Dar, even though that figure was really more 205 Live, but it's time to add my final one to the collection, Ilya Dragunov. That's right, here he is, the Czar of NXT UK. We've got a couple of different extra sets of hands, as well as yet another UK championship. I think that's my 5th one now. I have so many of that belt. Anyway, he is wearing his robe, and I'm assuming under that his basic ring trunks. This is Series 96 of the Elite Collection. It does have true FX detail in that face sculpt, so we'll see how good that looks. According to this box, he's 5'10" and 210 pounds. I'm not sure how accurate that is, considering his finisher is not the running lariat, it's the Torpedo Moscow running headbutt. However, his career highlight is in fact being NXT UK champion after doing the unthinkable, according to the box, and defeating Walter. Looks like this series also has Kofi Kingston, Brock Lesnar, Hulk Hogan with his stupid battle helmet, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Doudrop. We'll give this one last spin around to the front, and it's time to let him breathe. First things first, combined with what he already has, we have 3 total sets of hands, mic holding hands, pointer hands, and these awesome open palm hands that he can use to conduct with his entrance music. Ilya himself passes the stand test and looks really good at first glance. We have this great robe made of that kind of normal fabric material. There we go. If you know what he looks like, then you know that looks just like him. That is, in fact, those True FX graphics. We got the slicked back blonde hair there. And we got the basic red trunks. No pads, down to the basic black boots. He is a smaller guy, but his gimmick is that he's got more heart than anybody else on the roster. Overall, a really great figure and a great addition to my NXT UK/NXT collection. I am gonna give this a 9.5 out of 10 just for lack of accessories. But yeah, if you're a fellow fan of NXT UK, you want to kind of complete that collection, or you just want to build out your NXT drawer like I'm doing, this is a definite must-have. Continuing on, I mentioned this guy in my Unique Stories WWE unboxing. It's Wes Lee. Formerly of the tag team MSK, his partner has departed the company, and he has moved on to bigger and better things. Currently, he's actually the North American champion in NXT. That's right, we're continuing to build out that NXT drawer. This is Wes Lee's first time in the line, and unlike poor Reggie, he's getting an Elite. Let's spin this box around. It's part of Series 94. This is the one that comes with Edge, Mace, Wes Lee's former tag team partner Nash Carter, Bret the Hitman Hart, and the Stephanie McMahon figure I opened up in another video. I love seeing this. He's only 5'7" and 190 pounds. That's about as tall as I am. So that's always cool. And this picture commemorates his time winning the NXT Tag Team Championships. I'm excited to check this out, especially that head sculpt with those True FX graphics. So let's let him breathe. The first thing I want to point out quickly, to what I just said while looking at the box, Wes Lee is a shorter wrestler, and I love that they made his figure actually shorter than other figures. For comparison, here's the Firefly Funhouse Bray Wyatt I recently opened up. Now, Bray isn't exactly the tallest guy himself, but you can see that standing next to Wes Lee, he would be significantly taller. So I already appreciate the proper scaling. With all that said, this figure looks absolutely incredible. Look at all the tattoo work here. You can clearly see each tattoo in all of its glory. He is a heavily tatted up guy. Look at all of that. Wow. That scorpion, we got like a heart of some type. And then of course the face. Shows off his goatee, those mutton chops. And yet again, incredible hair with the nice dreadlocks. Sorry, trying to keep the camera in focus and show you all that incredible detail. Got a dream catcher, King of Kings, a big angel. Got a dragon on the back of his one bicep. Before we get too further, I also really like these hands. I think they were supposed to do this and make an M, but I never really understood the hand gesture. Continuing down though, he does wear these really cool shorts, and look at the detail on that. We got this awesome MSK logo. This is really, really well done. And then just some basic black boots. But wow, the details are what makes it. And if all that wasn't enough, he also comes with extra clothes. That's right, we got this cool vest hoodie thing. Spin it around, it's got the MSK logo there. Really cool. I hate this clasping mechanism. Yeah, let's see if I can actually get it back together. Oh, this one actually does kind of fit back together really well, so that's cool. If I wanted to, I could put that on the figure and cover up all those details for some reason. Also, real quick, it did come with an extra set of hands. These are Mike holding hands. That's pretty cool. With all that said, I don't know what it is about today, but we are on a hot streak. This is gonna get a 10 out of 10. Incredible figure. Congrats, Wes Lee. This is your first one, and it is epic. Let's see if we can't keep it going. Moving on, it's time to check out some of the female superstars, and first up is Dewdrop. What a terrible name. The former Viper on the independent scene and Piper Niven in NXT UK. She got this terrible nickname while teaming with Eva Marie. Apparently this isn't her first time in the line, which is interesting because I thought it was. Maybe there was a basic figure out there that I missed, but this one's an elite. It's part of Series 96. Yet again, it's got those True FX lifelike details. And before I spin it around, I just want to point out that this is the Chase variant. The normal one has a blue outfit, but this one has a green outfit. So yes, I finally got a Chase. She is of course from Scotland, and per usual, they do not put the weights of female wrestlers on the packaging. I understand why they do this because it could be construed as fat shaming, but in this case, it's kind of her whole gimmick. She's a big girl, and I would just be somewhat curious how much bigger she is than the other women. Anyway, she uses the electric chair face buster, and she's part of the same series we just looked at with Ilya Dragunov. So without any further ado, drop. I know that was bad. Let's let her breathe. I'll start by quickly showing off that she did come with an extra set of mic holding hands. But there's a bunch of interesting things going on here, and all of them have to do with her unique body shape and size. The first thing you'll notice is that her hands look incredibly small, probably because they used regular women's hands on this otherwise larger figure. Speaking of which, they couldn't just slap her face on a normal women's skinny body type. They had to create this whole new, larger women's body type that still had larger breasts. That means they also couldn't just use some fat guy's body. This means that unlike the normal abdomen articulation we see here with Wes Lee, where it just bends forward and backwards, we had to spin her at the waist and create this pivoting action at the chest area. So that's all really, really cool. I do wish, since they went to all the trouble of making this unique body style, that they had given her unique hands as well that were a little bit larger and didn't look so awkward, but whatever, nitpicking. It's also always interesting with the females who wear fishnet stocking because you can actually line up the legs, as opposed to guys or women who don't wear fishnet stockings, where those legs can kind of be in any position and you can't really tell if they're forward or backward. Anyway, let's move this closer to the camera, maybe get a clearer picture. There we go. I'm not totally sold on that looking like Doudrop / Piper Niven. Honestly, from this angle, it kind of looks like Shayna Baszler. And from this angle, it's even got a little bit of Stephanie McMahon. Maybe that's just me, though. I do like the hair. We got these really cool Princess Leia style buns going on. And the rest of it flows really nicely here over the jean jacket, which I appreciate is cloth, not that rubberized plastic that some of the clothes come in. For example, the vest that Wes Lee just came with. But yeah, if we just kind of pull that to the side, this is what her normal in-ring singlet looks like. We do have just kind of basic boots. But yeah, this is a really nice figure. I just wish the face looked a little bit more like her. And I understand with elites that the appeal and the price point is because of more articulations and better face sculpts, at least in theory. But honestly, I also expect them to have a couple of accessories. When they don't, I'm going to dock you some points. And so with all that said, this isn't a bad figure by any stretch of the imagination, but especially based on what else we've seen today, this is going to get an 8.5 out of 10. Our next lady is a confirmed first time in the line. The box is gonna say NXT, but she recently moved up to the main roster. It's Raquel Gonzalez / Rodriguez. Yes, that's right, another victim of Vince McMahon's naming habits. Raquel Gonzalez turned to Rodriguez on the main roster, but here she is, first time in the line. It is part of Series 93. It is an elite, so that's really nice. Looks like she's going to be rocking a leather jacket and that NXT Women's Championship. Spin this around. The rest of that line includes Seth Rollins, T-Bar. Oh, poor Dominik Dijakovic. I'm glad you're back in NXT as Dijak. We also have Karrion Kross, Cesaro, whoops, he's in AEW, and Ricky Steamboat. She is from the Rio Grande Valley in Texas. And we have another woman who is larger than average, but this time she's taller, so they actually put it on here. She is 6 feet. And she uses a power bomb as a finisher that I believe she calls the Tejada Bomb. She has been an NXT Women's Tag Team Champion, an NXT Women's Champion, and on the main roster, a Women's Tag Team Champion. So a pretty impressive resume for the proud Latina. Anyway, let's let her breathe. And here she is. Once again, I'm going to point out that she came with these extra fists, but they are so friggin' tiny because they're women's hands. She also came with the NXT Women's Championship. I don't think I have this belt actually. I have the Men's Championship, which is pretty much the same design, but this is really nice. Going to be a great addition to the collection. And here's the figure. First impressions are that it looks great. This leather jacket is wonderful. It's still kind of that softer material, so not that rubberized plastic, but it's got this awesome leather shine on the outside, so it looks like a leather coat. Really good looking ring gear here. This is the type of top that she wears. And look at that face sculpt. Very, very nice. The hair looks a little bit messy, but that is actually how she wears it, so yeah, that looks really accurate. I will say, with all the smiling she does on the main roster, maybe they should have given her a second head that's just smiling ear to ear. But whatever. We do have this small tattoo here, so that's really cool, detail-wise. Panning down here to her boots, she actually has a little bit more intricate boots than normal. You got these kind of buckles on the sides and these kind of rivets all down the front. And then if we spin her around, there's not really much going on back here. It's just kind of black pants. I did want to point out, since I mentioned Wes Lee being shorter than other guys earlier and showed how his figure was shorter than other figures, Raquel Gonzalez's figure is also taller than other figures, even though, for example, Piper Niven here is wider. She is shorter than Raquel, so Raquel's figure is taller. I've always appreciated proper scaling. I don't know about the rest of you. But with all of that said, I am going to count the belt as an accessory, along with extra clothes and an extra set of hands. This is a really solid figure. I'm going to nitpick a little bit on the details just because of the type of day we're having, and give this a 9.5 out of 10. And last but not least, we have another first time in the line and first time in my collection. It's Shotzi, aka Shotzi Blackheart. I don't think I even need to say much. Just look at this figure. The details are incredible. We're even gonna get an extra set of rock lock hands and an extra fist. Can't wait to see those when it's opened up. Again, this is first time in the line. We will spin it around. She is from Oakland, California. She is 5'6" and does a diving senton. She has been Women's NXT Tag Team Champion. And this is Series 95, which also comes with Big E, John Cena, Jimmy Uso, Eddie Guerrero, and Bobby Lashley. This is actually one of Jen's favorite wrestlers, so I know she's just as excited to see this figure as I am. Therefore, let's let it breathe. Wow, just wow. We're gonna dive in a second here, but I want to point out the extra set of hands is in fact a rock lock and a mic holding hand. But we'll set them aside and show you this incredible figure. Let's start with the helmet. This thing is really, really cool looking. It's even got these kind of like battle scars with the like chipped paint. We got the graphics and logos and stickers, this ribbon around it. That is awesome. Loving these horns. They are pretty hard and sharp actually. That's pretty cool. And here she is, that face sculpt. Wow. That hair. Wow. And these tattoos. We're just gonna kind of silently take a moment and just let the camera come into focus as we go all along all of these tattoos and just appreciate the incredible detailing. Okay, enough gushing over all those tattoos. Continuing down the figure, I pointed this out on an Alexa Bliss figure recently, but check out this toe articulation. This is some new feature they've started putting on, and I absolutely love it. It makes standing up the figure so much easier. Now, I could sit here and nitpick about a lack of accessories and a lack of, I don't know, a tank for Shotzi. I'd also like to say that this particular figure has really stiff joints, but come on, look at this thing. This is a 10 out of 10 figure and a fantastic way to end this video. Not gonna lie, from a quality standpoint, this may have been my best unboxing video ever. Thank you so much once again to ringsidecollectibles.com. I am not paid by them, I just really appreciate their website. I'm pretty sure that's where I got almost every single figure today, so definitely check them out. And I'm sure somebody else out there has a promo code if it's your first time. But that's a wrap for today. Alright, that'll do it for today. If you liked the video, make sure to do all that normal YouTube stuff. Smash the like button, share with any wrestling or action figure fans you may know, subscribe to the channel, and spread the word. You can also talk to me over on Twitter at WrestlingOptimus, or see all my best figure photography over on Instagram at WrestlingOptimus. If you haven't seen part 2 of this unboxing extravaganza, it should be on screen right now. But until next time, I've been Wrestling Optimus, and I'll catch you later.